Serena Winters, Bally Sports. Jarrett, it's the first time we've gotten to talk to you since you get to be reunited with your old teammate, now current teammate.
Right.
How excited are you to be reunited with Caris?
I'm really excited. When I heard he was getting traded here, I was just happy to be able to play with him again, happy to be able to grow our basketball careers together again. It was a happy moment.
You've talked about kind of the similar vibes between those years in Brooklyn and kind of the vibes here in Cleveland. Is it kind of crazy now that bringing some of that Brooklyn vibe with Caris over to Cleveland?
It is. It's kind of funny, the connection we had on the court as a team in Brooklyn. It's really matching what we have here, but I say here we're more connected, funnily, but we're still bringing the vibes here. Me from Brooklyn, Caris, Ed Davis, we're all bringing that knowledge of how to work together as a team to come here and win.
Hey, he's talked about how amazing it is to see your growth since he's known you and played with you as a rookie. You've played with him as a sophomore. So what growth have you seen on his side, and how do you envision him elevating this team?
It's like, I know I heard his quote about seeing me grow, and it's the same thing with him. He's made a huge leap from where he was his sophomore year. And, not only on the basketball court, but now you can see his growth as becoming a leader.
And then also, lastly for me, is you and DG and Evan are, one of three teams now in the skills challenge, competing against the Antetokounmpo brothers, the rookies. Have you guys talked about strategy at all? Are you looking forward to playing with them All-Star weekend?
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We've already been talking about it. We're already practicing our half-court shots. There's no really set plan. The only plan is to win it for Cleveland.
Thanks, Jay.
No problem.
Chris
Fedor, Cleveland.com. Hey, Jarrett, how are you?
Good. How about you?
I'm good. If you guys don't make any other trades before the 3 o'clock deadline, how do you feel about the group moving forward that you take?
Say it again. It sounded like Transformer.
If you guys don't make any other moves before the 3 p.m. deadline, now that you've already added Caris, how do you feel about the group's chances moving forward?
Obviously, I have to say that we're going to be fine. I can't say I want more, but honestly, I am fine with how we are. I wouldn't want anything to break up the chemistry that we have as a team, the camaraderie that we have in the locker room and on the court. Honestly, I think Kobe has done an excellent job coming up to this an hour and a half before.
And then for you as a player, Jarrett, how much do you pay attention to the movement around the NBA and the other trades that the other teams make?
It's hard not to see it. At the end of the day, we're all fans of the NBA, of players, whether we like it or not. As other players, we like seeing what other teams are doing. So we definitely pay attention. And
Ben Simmons is reportedly getting traded for James Harden. Your initial reaction to that?
We all saw it coming. Like, we all saw the rumors. Each team is doing the best that they can for each other. Obviously, I'm going to give you a political. Just being honest with you. And truthfully, I see each team as a winner of the trade. Like, that's my honest opinion. Each team was a winner.
Way to straddle that fence. Thank you.
Don't worry. You know how I am.
Kelsey.
Kelsey Russo, The Athletic. Hey, Jarrett, how are you?
Good. How about you?
I'm good. Hey, obviously we've talked so much this season about the chemistry of this group, and the genuine chemistry that you guys have. So because Caris, why does he fit so well into that, so fast? Because you could see it even last night in his first game.
Firstly, he's a great guy, great teammate, great guy to have in the locker room. And secondly, from what I've known him, he's easily he buys into the system easily. He's not going to try to be the wild card. He's not going to try to stick out and go off and do his own thing. He's going to try to do everything he can for the team to win.
And I know we saw it a little bit last night with some of his passes to that pass to Isaac in the corner and but how he gets into the paint. But what do you see as just what he can add the most to you guys, and just sort of like just helping move you guys forward, down through the season?
He adds another ball handler with size. He's 6'7", 6'8". You saw the passes that he made to the corner. He threw me a lob during the game, and then he's able to get his own shot. Last night he had to shake off the refs, new team, new environment. But going forward, I expect a lot more from him.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Marla?
Marla Ridenour, Akron Beacon Journal. Great to see you, Jarrett.
Good to see you too.
I was just curious about, we've heard so much about what a good person Caris is. Do you have an example? Maybe you could share, even if it's going back, to when you first met, just, what he's like.
What he's like. He's what would be a good word? A quiet, caring guy. When he first came in the locker room, I first saw him after 2 years, a year and a half. First thing he asked about was my family. How's my mom doing? My dad? How's everybody doing? That means a lot to me. You could just say, oh, how's the team? How's basketball? But he actually cared about my personal well-being.
And how long did it take you to get those lobs down?
With the lob last night, it just happened out of the blue. I guess when you have 3+ years of chemistry, things just happen in an instant.
But I was thinking, did it connect right away when you got there?
When I got where?
When you got to Brooklyn, did you guys notice you had something between you, kind of right off the bat?
Oh, absolutely. It was kind of fun because every time me and him would do a pick and roll, there's a certain play we do. And it's like every time we do that play, everybody knew it was either going to be a Caris bucket or a dunk for me. So really instantly we had that type of connection.
Got that in the playbook now?
I kind of do want to talk to JB about adding that certain play, but I don't want to step on anybody's shoes.
Just one more thing about the East. I mean, you guys knew it was going to be tough, but do you kind of marvel at how looks like this is the kind of dominating the league, at least at this point?
Yeah, the East. I think we're all surprised by the East, especially how close it is. It's like you lose 2 games in a row, and all of a sudden you're the 7th seed. It's like you never heard about that before. So it just shows us how important every game is, and especially how well we're taking it for such a young team.
Thank you.
No problem.
Tom?
Hey, thanks, Jerome. Thanks, Jarrett. Appreciate your time, and forgive me, everyone, for a non-Cavs question here for Jarrett. Hey, next week, the NBA is going to have Morgan State and Howard play in the first HBCU Classic here. And they're going to have some of the players speak to these young guys. And I was just curious, if you got a chance to talk to those guys, Jarrett, what kind of wisdom would you impart on them as, they're still going through school and embarking on careers, some of them in basketball and some of them not?
Right. One advice that I know I was told when I was younger that I always try to give to everybody coming after me is, it's cliche, but I truly believe in the phrase of never giving up on anything. Perfect example, KG said it, never, anything is possible. I truly believe that if you set your mind to something, it might not be the goal that you want to achieve. Not everybody can become an NBA player, sadly. Not everybody can be the president, but you can find other avenues of things that you love and things that you enjoy doing if you strive to be at the top level.
And just curious, do you have an HBCU connection in your family, or did you consider, I know you had broader goals as a basketball player, and maybe that wouldn't be the programs you would look at. Right. But did you consider that as a possible path?
No, not me. No, I didn't.
Got you. Thanks, man.
No problem.
Go back to Chris.
Yeah, Jarrett. So many of the guys talk about JB and the impact that he has had on this group as a coach. I'm curious, from your perspective, what is it that makes him such a great coach for this particular group?
For this particular group, it's how he interacts with us. I believe he he's able to, be the dominant figure as the head coach, keep us in line and everything. But at the same time, he's able to connect with us as players. He's always making jokes with us, keeping us in line, always showing us that he's been in our shoes. He has clever comebacks. And the way he fights for us on the court too, the way he will always step up, tell a ref that, it should be a foul, it shouldn't be a foul. He's never going to back down from anything. And we appreciate that.
Give an example of one of those clever comebacks.
They're so slick and sly that they go over your head sometimes.
Thank you.
All right, just two more. Serena, go ahead.
Hey, Jarrett, Darius said yesterday, it feels like Caris is the missing piece to this group. Does it kind of feel that way?
It does a little bit. We were missing something on this team. It was hard to put our finger on it. We knew, we all know what it kind of was, but it's still hard to, quantify what it was. And, it kind of does feel like Caris has started to fill that role of what we've been missing.
Thank you.
All right, last question, Christos.
Hello, Jared. Christos is in Greece. How are you?
Good. How about you?
I'm fine. Thank you very much. Christos, Jared, with Rayson and Caris, where do you feel that you are at quality-wise, chemistry-wise so far in the season?
Quality-wise, I'll start with chemistry. I know that's Cavs' identity right now, our chemistry. And quality, especially with Rondo, he pulled all of us aside to an empty basket, and he was showing us some moves or some pick and roll stuff, some lob stuff that he used in his past teams. And, we all appreciated that.
And speaking about Caris LeVert and his presence in the team, how easier make your game on both ends?
He makes it really easy on both ends. On the defensive end, when he was in Brooklyn, he was known as our defensive stopper. He's able to guard anybody. And on the offensive end, he's able to pass the ball to anybody, go get a basket at any point in time.